Hi, I'm Brooke Foster, and I am going to introduce to you how to multiply using the abacus. When students are learning to use the abacus to multiply, they need to be familiar with multiplication terms such as multiplicand, which is the number that is being multiplied, multiplier, which is the number that is being doing the multiplying, factor, which is the answer. No, sorry, product is the answer, and factor is another term for multiplicand and multiplier. Students also need to go ahead and know their multiplication facts. That is important. And when you are doing multiplication on the abacus, since the abacus is set up like this, you cannot stack your numbers like when you are doing print. So if you were doing 24 times 32, you would do 24 times 32 right underneath it, lining up your numbers. However, you cannot do that when using the abacus. So Kim Monroe is going to join me again, and she is going to allow me to teach her to multiply using the abacus. So I have Kim here with me. I'm going to go ahead and set the computer screen so that way you can see our hands. We are going to start with simple multiplication such as 7 times 9. In this video, I'm going to do 2 examples of multiplication. So here we go. Okay. So let's see. Let's get it to where they can see. Okay, there we go. So when doing this, we are going to do 7 times 9. So on the abacus, 7 is the multiplicand. So we're going to set it in the far left because you always set the multiplicand to the far left and the multiplier you do on the right. And we'll talk about how to get to that in just a second. So our multiplicand is going to be 7. So let's go ahead and set our 7 to the far right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 as our multiplicand. Okay. Do you need me to explain that again, or are we good?
No, I'm good on that.
Okay. 9 is the multiplier. So we know, since we have to know our math facts, 7 times 9 is 63. Okay. So which would be our product. Okay, on the abacus, the multiplicand, like we said, is 7, and we have it set. The multiplier is 9. So to get that, what we do is we have to count the numbers in the multiplicand and the multiplier, and then we add 1. So 7 is our multiplicand, which is 1 digit. 9, which is our multiplier, is 1 digit. So that makes 2, and then we add 1, which is 3. Okay, so now we're going to go to the far right and we're going to count 3. 1, 2, 3. I like to keep my index finger on the 3, and that is where we're going to start setting our multiplier, which is 9. So let's go ahead and count out 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're good. You are fine.
My bead got stuck. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good. It happens. The Phelps student's job. Okay, it's stabilizing. So now we have our 7 as our multiplicand and our 9 as our multiplier, okay? We can turn it around. 7 over here to the far right, and 9 over here in the third column, which is our multiplier. Oh, I messed up. I'm sorry. Left and then right. I'm sorry. When I flip it upside down, I get confused. I'm sorry. Okay, so now that we have that set, we are ready to start solving our problem. Okay, I have to think. In this problem, now that we have the 9 set in the third column, we are going to multiply 7 times 9, which we know is 63. So in the 2 column, immediately to the right of the multiplier, so this is the 2 column, immediately to the right of the multiplier, we are going to set our answer 63, since we have to know the math facts. That's the whole point of that. So let's go ahead and set 6 here in the tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to set 3 in the ones. 1, 2, 3, which is 63. And we're going to clear our 9. Okay, so the answer is 63. So you have 5 and 1 is 6 over here in the tens column, and 3, 1, 2, 3 in the ones column, and the answer is 63, and 7 times 9 is 63. So let's go ahead and clear our abacus.
I have a question, just a real quick question. Now, when you've got your multiplier over here on the right, do you always, when you're getting ready to set your answer, do you always get rid of your multiplier?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Whenever you set the answer, you always do.
Okay.
But there's different steps that we have to
Okay.
take to get there. But yes, you always end up getting rid of the multiplier, so that way you just have your answer.
Okay.
All right. You ready to move on to something a little more difficult?
Math is not my thing, but sure.
Okay. So we are going to do, I'm so sorry, 5 times 42. So 5 is going to be our multiplican. 42 is our multiplier. So we are going to set our multiplican to the far left. So let's just go ahead and set 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have 5 set as our multiplican. Now we have to add the numbers in our multiplican and our multiplier. 5 is our multiplican, which is 1 number. Then we have 42, which is our multiplier, which is 2 numbers. So we have 3, and then you add 1, giving you 4. So you're going to start to the far right, and you're going to count to the 4th column. 1, 2, 3, 4, leaving your finger on the 4th column. Again, that's just for my benefit, for me. So we are now going to set, starting here in this 4th column, our 42. So let's go ahead and count out 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to come over immediately to the right and count out 2. 1, 2, 42. So now that we have our 42 set, we're going to first multiply 5 times 2, okay, and 5 times 2 is 10, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so in the second column, immediately to the right of the 2 right here, we are going to set 10. So this is immediately to the right, so we're just going to push that 1 beat up in the tens place, being 1 and 0, being 10. Alrighty, so now that we've done that, we're going to clear our 2 out of our multiplier, okay, because we've already used that. We said 5 times 2 is 10. So now that we've used that 2, we'll just clear it because we're finished with the 2. Okay. So now we are going to say 5 times 4. Okay. And 5 times 4 is
20.
20. That is correct. So in the 2 columns, immediately to the right of the 4. So here we are, immediately to the right of the 4. We are going to set 20. So we're going to push our 2 up and bring this 1 down, leaving us with 20, okay? So now that we have our 20, we will add the 0 of the 20 to the column where the 1 was. Okay, so we already have a 0, but if we were saying 0 plus 1, because the 1 was previously there, 0 plus 1 is 1, so we need to push that back up, giving us 1, correct?
Yes.
Alrighty, so then we're going to clear our 4 because we used it, clearing out that multiplier, and then we have our answer, also known as our product, which is 210. We have our 2 in the hundreds place, our 1 in the tens place, and our 0 in the ones place, leaving us with 210, which is the answer. 5 multiplied by 42 is the product is 210. Okay, so does that make sense?
It does.
Now let's go ahead and clear our abacus, and that is all for today. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
All right,
Thank
awesome. We are good. Let's go ahead and clear this out here. Well, not clear this out, but stop the video.